Hi everyone. We've been promising a video about water for a little while, so this is that video. So really, a lot of people have been asking, what are we doing for water where we are? And there's actually a couple of different things that we're doing. So for drinking water, we go into town and we get it from the dispensing machine at the laundromat.
And we have the jugs that we fill are 18.9 or something liters.
So 5 gallons.
Yeah.
And we have like the hand pump for that. We use that water for drinking and for cooking and
for the dog and cat.
And for the dog and cat, of course. And then on occasion, we will use some of it for dishes.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, what we've been doing for dishwater and for watering plants and things like that is we collect rainwater. So we've been getting rainwater basically that comes off the back of the camper, which is like, and you've seen that in videos as well when we've had storms. See how it runs down the back there. So we've been gathering that into a large pot and using that, and we also have been using that water for showers.
Yeah.
So showering is quite an interesting process.
Yes.
Because we obviously want to make sure the water is as clean as possible. So we have also collected water from rivers around here and streams around here. There are 3 streams that we know of.
One is stick to the one though, pretty much. It's the there's one that in terms of just getting the water out of would be easier, but often it's kind of murky and there's a lot of sediments and stuff like that on the top.
And it's a pity because that's the one that's the most like picturesque.
Yes.
So that's this one. But yeah, it's unfortunately the water's not great.
Yeah.
In there. So we actually go to another stream which is quite far, actually. I mean, in the scheme of things.
Yeah, it's a drive. It's not a walk, but it's still within the vicinity of where we are.
So it's about I would say it's about 3 or 4 kilometers
Probably.
down the road, and it's a little bit of a climb to get to. I let you do it because I know that I will trip and end up floating away down the river. It's not that big a river, but yeah. So we get water from there, and then the shower is actually pretty cool. So just because people are probably going to worry about the water that we're using for showering coming from a river, so we do use Dettol in that water.
Not a lot.
Not a lot, but enough to do that. And we also heat up a bunch of it because obviously, river and spring water is pretty cold. We use as much of the rainwater as we can because actually we find that I found that that's pretty clean.
Oh yeah, as far as showers goes, I mean, I wouldn't be drinking it when it's been coming off the camper and stuff. But I mean, yeah, it's very clear, and I mean, yeah, we're not chugging it back or anything. It's just for cleaning ourselves. So
and a little bit of Dettol in that really works, and then we heat up some of it because obviously it's cold. But we did set up a pallet, and onto that we put. If you were watching a couple of videos ago, last video. No, I can't remember which video it was now, but there's a video where someone gifted us deck tiles, and so that's what they were for, is for that. And so we set that up, and it's just got a little chargeable pump that you attach to the shower head, and
we can show the.
Yeah, we'll show that. We'll show it over the video too.
Oh, I was just going to say show the mechanism itself.
I can do that.
It's right there.
I can do that. This is real time stuff. So, so just this tiny little unit like this that's rechargeable, and that sort of drops in, and then you attach the shower. Oh, it's still got water. You attach the hose and the shower head, and then we have the little clip on the window, which you've seen in the video now. And basically, and then we have our showers, and it's kind of...
That's a pretty good, like the pressure that it gives and that sort of thing is it's like a home shower.
It really is.
It's not slow or weak or anything.
No,
like
it's not going to give
you
the massage or anything like that.
No, but I mean,
like, you don't
good
really need
shower. And the pot that we fill for the water in there, so the one that we collect the rainwater in or add whatever else, the pot is usually about enough for both of us to take a shower with.
I mean, not a very long shower, but I mean, like enough to
get clean.
Wet, soap up and rinse off kind of thing. And so so I mean, like that's pretty cool. I mean, it works pretty well. It's quite interesting doing it outside,
exposed,
because you're very exposed. And I mean, like, we have to keep reminding ourselves we're not like in a city and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, probably scaring some of the wildlife, which is fine. I don't have an issue with that. But yeah, it is actually quite nice doing it outside. So I mean, like that's pretty much the water situation. I mean, we go through the drinking water, the 5 gallons. So that costs us $5. Basically, it's $1 a gallon. And I mean, we go through that depending, like, it's
It's a bit a week.
Sometimes
a couple
less.
4 days maybe.
Yeah, 4 days sometimes at a stretch. I mean, like, there's certain days.
Well, and again too, it's like if we've got a good sort of collection of rainwater or that sort of thing, then we use a lot less of it because we don't use it for doing dishes or things like that. So, and we have had recently a bit more option there, and also a bit from the stream. But
rainwater's ideal, and we're trying to sort of stockpile that. So we actually have some other water, like jugs, that hold, I think it's 15 liters. And so we try and like sort of decant when that pot fills up into those. But unfortunately, like, I mean, not unfortunately, I suppose I shouldn't complain, because we complain about too much rain and too much water on the ground, on the land. But sorry, Remy's going to knock the camera over. But when we get rain, we stockpile as best we can. And so it's free water basically for that, and it's pretty good water anyway.
Yeah.
From that, the river one can sometimes be a little bit dirtier.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I mean, it is a flowing, running river.
Oh, yeah.
So,
And I mean, the first time we used this showering unit, we did use water that was from the stream
yeah.
there, and it was pretty good. I mean, it was, well, it felt clean afterwards.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, for sure. So yeah, but and the reason why we're using the pallet and the deck tiles is because of a little critter called a chigger.
Yeah.
And they are vicious, and they attack me. They didn't seem to attack you. I don't know why.
I had no problem.
But they live in grass, and so they cause like tiny little bites on your feet and ankles, and like they just went crazy.
Yeah, they're kind of like the no-see-ums sort
Yeah,
of thing,
tiny
like or
things.
gnats or whatever you want to call them.
So this sort of elevates us off the ground.
But it's also too because I mean you run enough water on the ground and you start stirring up a bunch of mud and whatever else, so you don't really kind of defeats the purpose of taking the shower if your feet are completely dirty afterwards.
Yeah. So, but I think it's quite a nice little area, and I mean, like down the road, I mean, we'll probably do some kind of permanent floor underneath that and actually collect that water to use like in the gardens and stuff like that. So we're reusing and not just wasting water. Of course right now we're just not set up for that and not in the right spot for that, so but anyway, so that's pretty much all I think we can say about water right now.
Yeah, I think so.
But I hope that answered everyone's questions about water and what we're doing for water, and if we didn't, please feel free to comment down below, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to turn on the notifications so you know when we post our next video. And yeah, if anyone has any questions, pop them down in the comment section, and we look forward to chatting to you guys in the next video.